Всем привет, с вами я Ниже. Сегодня мы продолжаем играть в Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Что ж, первую часть вы можете найти ссылки в описании. А мы начинаем продолжить.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plammer.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
Великолепный одиночек. Убийство Джонни Ринга закрыло первую главу саги вместе с Сайласом и положило начало его кровавой карьере охотника за головами.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plammer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits, and put a generous price on his head. Plammer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape, and that's where I thought I'd find him.
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the cojones to come after us. As long as you don't light up a cigar, we're fine.
Здоровенький,
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made man, but Samuel Colt made him equal.
Я испугался. Присел просто. Да. Рядом бочка с порохом взорвалась. И ты хочешь присесть, да? Вот. Опа. Все, сидим. Как дела, братишка? Ладно, вперед.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches.
Это было красиво, но трупа, но красиво. Согласна? Давай, вперед. Блин, я отвлекся что-то. Извините, пожалуйста, сейчас все будет хорошечно. Начинаем. Опа.
There were thieves, killers, robbing travelers, and hijacking gold ships. Like those that ran with Plammer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors. Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Plammer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach. Dangerous, desperate individuals. I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. must have thought I was touched. I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny.
Мне кажется, здесь какая-то секреточка. Матч очень кажется, знаете. Ладно, пойдем, пожалуй.
But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense.
Шахта.
It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
Просто царская реакция.
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it. Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell. This is why I do not like heights.
Я тоже не люблю высоту. Давайте с револьвером кликать. Сейчас револьвер посчитаю, как цари.
A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Я его не ждал.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come. With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at. One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tube.
Бежим, 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 бежим.
I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly insane. It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder, way into the mine from the opposite side.
Давайте прокачаем. Так, раскройный стол, ссылку. Глубокие карманчики. Бесствол. Давайте. Реально быстрее. Оп. Залезем.
It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution, because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, I needed to make a leap of faith, which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell. I was determined not to give up. As Sheriff Plammer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water. But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder. I wanted to use the element of surprise. Plus, I figured I could use the exercise. I was warmed up already, so what the hell?
Здорово. Дальше тут куда?
Plammer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserve better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plammer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Ну вот. Законник. Бандит. Отступник. Генри Пламмер.
Catch this, you son of a bitch! This day is just getting worse and worse for you. Ain't it?
Henry Plammer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was gonna take some doing.
I'm going full medieval on your ass. Damn it! I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out!
Коксакер тут только ты, понял? Коксакер. Коксакер. Идем. Ага. На 1 минутку. Ага, я заступил. Давайте заново. Ну че они вообще, ну, лошара. Видно? Вообще.
I'm going all medieval on your ass.
Я заступил.
No blood money for you today.
Убит.
So that's how Henry Plammer
Как умер
died.
Генри Пламмер?
Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold.
За золото. Круто.
And now, I was officially
Теперь я считаю своего охотника на головами. Так, обнаружить. Хозяйка, награда падения. Ну, вперед, дальше.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
Джон Уэсли Хардин.
Hell, He killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
Дикий Билл Хикок. Утверждает, что он стал охотником за головами, чтобы заработать деньги для представителя на свою последнюю цель, кажется, было написано Роско Боб Брайант. Так, Абилен.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different.
What the heck just happened?
I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
Уэсли.
I thought the Texas Rangers got Hardin.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe.
Ты быстрее
Called him
выбери.
a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres to the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
God damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew.
Watch where you're shooting!
As most of them were wanted as well.
Да, ты. Опа.
I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head.
Ну, секрет.
Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcomed presence.
Отлично. Пешка. Пушка. Короче. Давайте. Легендарное оружие. Гравированный рейнджер. Я их чисто пуф-пиф-паф и...
Better 3 hours early than a minute too late.
Shoot that son of a bitch! I think I winged him!
Опа. Опа. Опа.
Show me how to die! Sucker's fast!
Ну как это? Так не канает.
Shoot that son of a bitch!
Опа. Опа.
Someone's coming for him.
Stop that son bitch!
Let the boys know we got another law
Oh.
dog.
Как это говорит? Непонятно. А, это какая-то мистика, видимо. Оп. Обрезанный. Лучше бы рейнджер. О, гравированный рейнджер. Давайте. Сейчас все пойдет по маслу просто.
I wondered if Bob was among them.
Боб. Бобик. Понятно. Скоростование.
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better. Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Давайте дальше с ним пошли. Ну, пошел в жопу.
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon. Suffice it to say, nobody there was.
А, давайте выйдем, давайте выйдем.
In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
You bastard!
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
Вот дуэль с нашим Джоном Уэсли Хардином. Первый раз был в 15. Был человека за храп. И сейчас просто то, что дышали. Джон Уэсли Хардин. А, ну
I
что?
felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
Чего?
No, wait! He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
Ну, уворачивайся от такого-то, конечно.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Так, ну, думаю, на этом можно закончить наш эпизод. Точнее, серию. Спасибо, что если... Точнее, давайте... Немножко запуталась. Спасибо, если досмотрели до этого момента. Я очень благодарен вам. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь, пишите комментарии, ставьте колокольчик. А с вами был я, Ниджи, из команды The Nero. Всем пока-пока, пока!